This is 4 books I've recently finished. This is Nydia Hetherington's Sycorax, and this is the ARC, so I'm going to put the official cover up there. This is an adaptation slash prequel to Shakespeare's The Tempest. It looks at the named but not on stage character of Sycorax, the witch that Prospero goes on about and moans about all the time. This is a really good book that gives a voice to an unvoiced character. This is Alex Hayes, The Queen of Fives. Again, this is an ARC and it's completely and utterly different to the finished cover. So again, cover's up here. I've been blown away by this. Alex Hayes' The Housekeepers was absolutely phenomenal. It was his debut book, and it was a group of disgruntled employees and criminals who had 24 hours to lift everything from a Mayfair mansion, or could have been Park Lane, I can't remember. This is The Queen of Fives, which is out at the end of January, and it's even better than The Housekeepers. I didn't know that that would be possible, but it absolutely is. I don't know where Alex Hay is going to go from here, but I'm really, really excited to see where he does. This is 5 days, and this is a con artist who's got 5 days to marry and rob the richest man in England and get all his money for her group of people. Again, from the publisher, but this time this is the official cover. This is I Did It For You by Amy Engel. This is a really interesting thriller and I've really enjoyed it. It doesn't have a fast pace. It really lets you just enjoy everything that you're reading, enjoy the location in particular. And it has a really strong sense of narrative voice. It's something that I've never quite read before, in that I usually have a voice in my head when I read. I'm a slow reader, and it's either effectively my voice or the author's voice if I know what they sound like. And in this case, from page 1, it was just a character for me. There is a lack of grammatically correct sentences sometimes because it's about how the character speaks rather than any pretty wording. Yet it's also very literary for the lack of extreme needs to know about everything and pacing, and just the dedication to allowing the reader to really enjoy everything, allowing the narrator Greer to find out what's happened. And I've completely forgotten to tell you what it's about. It's about a girl who goes back to her American hometown in the Midwest. Several years after her sister was killed, she has lived a life that's kind of muted because of everything that happened. And she goes back because there's been a copycat death, except that the killer of her sister originally was executed. So what's going on? This is Susan Stokes-Chapman's The Shadow Key. It is every bit as wonderfully gothic as it suggests on the cover. And it's actually her second novel. I haven't read her first, Pandora, but this is just absolutely wonderful. It's got a particularly amazing immersive quality to it. I kind of want to say that it has a beginning a bit like Jane Eyre, except that it's not. There's no darkness, and there was no chance of taking a walk that day, but it's just got that sort of atmosphere where you can really just get yourself into it and enjoy the ride. There isn't a particular fast pace. I think the author has dedicated herself to putting the location and the reading experience there and to letting you have some sort of coziness within the mystery. But it is an interesting book, and it follows a doctor in the historical period. I want to say it's the 1700s, I think it is, who travels from London to Wales to look after a patient who has some mental illness, and he just finds out all the secrets therein. I'm not going to go any further than that in case it spoils it for you.